Well, hello YouTube, and a warm welcome to the Essentially Crypto channel. My name is Ian, and as always, I'm your host. And today we're going to talk about the MTL and a little bit of speculation behind it. But before we get to that, let's have a look at what's going on in my world of NFTs and Omi and Akomi today, shall we? So let's bring down that screen. And the first thing I want to talk about is this. This is High Rise. This is a massively popular metaverse game already, and they're bringing out NFTs. 11,111 NFTs to be precise. Now, as it stands at the moment, this is currently backed by Elio Trades. He's putting out a thing on Superfarm itself. If you had NFTs from Superfarm, then you automatically get on the whitelist. You just have to show what you got and all that kind of thing, and solve a riddle, I believe, as well. So there's a few things that goes on in there. I don't have any Superfarm NFTs even. I can't even speak. I put my teeth in. NFTs, but if you go to the Discord server, if you manage to invite 5 people within a certain amount of time, a frame of time, then they will give you a whitelist spot. So therefore, this is purely for selfish reasons. I would like you to go to the Discord for me and add yourself to it, so that way I can get at least 5 people so that I can get a whitelist spot. And of course, you may need to get 5 people yourself if you want to get a whitelist spot as well. But I think this has really got the potential to be the next blue chip, because A, the way it looks, especially the artwork, is really, really cool. And B, because of the fact it's already a massively popular metaverse game already. Now, as I said, there's only 11,111 of them, so therefore they're going to sell out pretty quick, I think. So if you can get on the whitelist, that will be absolutely awesome. And it's, as I said, it's backed by Elio Trades, and pretty much anything that Elio Trades talks about is always a good thing to get invested in. Pretty much, you know, it means that he's normally behind it in some way, or he's doing some sort of advisory role, and therefore just the fact that he's got so many followers is a really good thing as well. Encourages them to buy it as well, etc, etc. So, you know, I think it's got the potential to go big, and therefore I would really like to be involved in it. And I believe it's only 0.04 to mint one, so you know, it's actually cheaper than some of the other projects out there that have got nothing really behind them. So, you know, obviously do your own research on it, but if you can just join the Discord for me, I will be eternally grateful. That means I get to get my invites, so therefore I can get on the whitelist, hopefully. But let's move on to the next thing, shall we? And that is this Pigtograph. These guys reached out to me and just said, hey, do you mind telling people about this project? So I said, yeah, not a problem at all. So here we go. This is another IMX project. Now, the difference with this project is that this is actually the first ever profile pictures with the, I want to say Trost effect, but it might be Troste or Troost or Trost. I don't know how you pronounce it, but the point is that it's picture in picture in picture in picture in picture, as you can see from this little sample right here. So you've got your little guy, and then you've got the picture behind him, picture behind him, picture behind him, and it's sort of like a never ending, isn't it? It's one of them type things. So it's the first ever NFT in history with this option. Now, does that make it worth a butt ton of money? Probably not, maybe, I don't know. It just depends on whether or not you like the art and you want to invest. But one cool thing about this is, as I always say, it is on IMX, so there's no gas fees. First of all, you have to pay a transaction fee, but it's not as high as gas fees normally are, so therefore there's not always the gas wars, and it's pretty good in that sense. And also, if you want to sell it, there's no gas fees, etc, etc, so that's pretty cool. Also, the cool thing about it as well is there's so much utility with this thing. It's just ridiculous. Now, I'm not going to go into all of it right now. I'm going to try and save that for another video. I'll do like a deep dive on it, and I'll look at the website and the roadmap and all that kind of thing, because there's some crazy things going on. But suffice to say, basically what happens is you get yourself a pig, and then once you get that pig, you get airdropped a lady pig, and then those two mate together, which gives you a baby pig. And then after that, you can take a family photo of all the pigs together, and all the while you're doing this, you're using a token called Spoink. Now, if you have a, well, is it Spoink or is it Poink? I'm not sure which one, because it's got a $sign at the front, so therefore it could be Poink or Spoink. But either way, the point is that the pig itself, when you have the male pig, you get 10 Spoink, we'll just say Spoink for now, tokens every single day that you hold that pig. So therefore you get those tokens airdropped to you automatically, and then you use those to be able to take your pictures, do your breeding, all that kind of stuff as well. So there's crazy utility for this token. Now, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Well, I guess it all depends really, because at the end of the day, if you get airdropped a load of token that's worthless, then it means nothing to you anyway. But But could it be worth something in the future? Then yes, maybe. In which case, you know, just like Gods Unchained, essentially that wasn't really worth much at the start. People were thinking, oh, I'm going to earn some of this token. And now when it's been dropped to them, they've got like 10 grand out of this one token. So it's just ridiculous. And the same with the ENS drop the other day, the Ethereum name server. I didn't actually get myself an ETH address. I was planning on doing it all along because just so it's easier than having to send myself, you know, what's your Trust Wallet address? Blah, 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 blah. Whereas I could just say, oh, it's ian.eth or something. And then that would be done, wouldn't it? But I wasn't really sure, didn't really look into it. And I thought, oh, I don't really want to pay like $40 or $50 for a name that I'm probably never going to use. But little did I know, if you did, you got yourself, you know, a couple of grand in airdrop tokens just for having the name. So it's kind of crazy. So is this a possibility that that could be the case in the future? Maybe. Who knows? The other thing you got to think about when you're buying into these NFTs as well is that there are regulations coming. So therefore, you've got to be very careful, as Ecomi is. Ecomi and Veve are very, very careful about what they say they can and can't do because of the laws that are going to come in and what might affect them becoming a security and what not. So therefore, you've got to be very careful when you invest into the NFTs that you also look into the same sort of ideas, because if you look at something and you see that that in the future might be classed as a you know, as a bad thing in terms of regulations coming in, then maybe it's not the right thing to be invested in. But you know, just do your own research, make sure you do, check it out. It looks pretty good to me, and I kind of like the art. So if you do as well, then make sure you go over to there, over to the Discord. I'll leave the link in the comments so that way you can pop in there and you can have a look to your heart's content. And I'll do a little deep dive, as I said, on the website in the next few videos, so that way we can see exactly what's involved, so it's not just me waffling and telling you the basics of it. So anyway, let's move on to the next thing, shall we? Okay, so this is the next thing, and that is very own Brock McBlockchain with FEESHES. Now, what can I say about this? Now, you probably already know of Brock anyway, because he's a very prevalent member of the community, and he's bringing out his own NFT. Now, this is kind of crazy, and the reason this is crazy to me is that it doesn't seem that he's all about the cash grab. Like, a lot of people go, oh, I'll make an NFT so I can get loads of money, and then that's it, it's done. But with Brock, it seems that he's more about the art itself, and also he sort of, he cares more about the community than he does about just trying to make money from it. The idea is that all the money he makes, he's going to inject back into, and there's going to be a ton of airdrops and, you know, cool stuff coming as well. So if you buy the original FEESHES, or FEESHES, shall we say, then this is something that is going to be a project for longevity, I've got a feeling. Now, you've probably seen Brock himself because he's done, you know, various interviews with Taps Trades and all that kind of thing. But not only is he a prevalent member of the OMI community, he's also a member of the artist community as well, or the artist NFT community. And he's done various NFTs before, but this is, I think, his first proper one that he's going, you know, big with, rather than just having a few on OpenSea that he can sell and that kind of thing. He's actually going to do this as a proper mint and as a proper, you know, people buying and all that kind of thing. So I think it's going to go really well. The cool thing about this, as I said, is that he really cares about the community. He's making as much utility as possible, and he's got some great artists on board as well. And you're going to recognize some of these names for sure. So I'm just going to read out just very quickly to you some of the names that were involved in this project. So we've got Kate Samuels, we've got Mumbot, we've got Kozig, we've got Jason Ostro, we've got Matt French, we've got Brian Morris, we've got Johnny KMDZ Rodriguez, Brian Romero, John McTavish, Sam Pearson, Broken Crayons, who you would know as Crypto Crayons, who used to do YouTube. I'm not sure if he still does, but anyway, you would probably know some of his work. And also Fiidgit, which is Fiidgt. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm apologising if I pronounce anybody's names wrong, but that's just a few of the names who are going to be collaborating with the FEESHES. So, you know, I think it's got a massive scope to grow. And the cool thing is that the actual FEESHES themselves aren't really that expensive. So, you know, Brock's been trying to make it so that they're nice and affordable for anyone to buy if they want to. And you get your fish tank, and then you can decorate it with things in the fish tank that also come as airdrops and that kind of thing. And, you know, there's just a ton of utility coming with it. So I thought I'd mention it to you. If you want to get on the whitelist, it's very, very simple. All you have to do is join the Discord. Join the FEESHES Discord, because they're minting in like literally 4 or 5 days. And if you want to get on the whitelist, what you do is you join that Discord and you get priority to be able to mint. Simple as that. So he's going to drop a link, we mint our stuff, and then after that, then, you know, other people can mint as well. So simple as that. So it's really, really easy to get on the whitelist. And as I said, join the Discord. Make sure you say hello to the people in there, and you know, have fun with it. Okay, so now we move on to my speculation regarding the MTL, okay? Now, this is just purely speculation, okay? I don't really know what is involved in getting an MTL because I've never had to get one myself, but, you know, I'm guessing there's a lot of licenses they have to go through. They have to get permissions by banks and all that kind of thing. But one thing I will say is Ecomi are sort of known in a way for taking APIs and stuff like that from other places, you know, taking products and white labeling them, that kind of thing, so that way they don't have to do as much of the grunt work as what everyone expects is the case. So like when people are saying like, oh, you know, this company's got a massive team, they're much better than Ecomi who's only got a small team, it doesn't matter because they didn't develop the AR technology in the app, they just took the API and used it, and as long as that integrates into the app and they've got a way to be able to have somebody who looks after that and knows that it works and it all works okay, then they don't have to worry about the back end of that because that's the other end of it, so to speak. That's someone else who's developing that and they're just putting it into the app. And that seems to be the case. They're putting lots of different things together to create something amazing. And that is why I think the MTL is going to be based along something like this. So let me just move over to the website here so we can see. Now, there's a reason I think this, okay? It's not just complete speculation. If we look here on this website, this is ICO Bench, and we'll see the team of Omi or of Ecomi essentially, and you can see, you probably recognise a few of them there. Obviously you've got David, you and Dan. Some of these people may have changed, so we don't know for 100% sure, but if we go down to here we see this guy Ward Stewart. Ward Stewart is a founder of coinpayments.net, and he was one of the advisors to Ecomi in the early days. So could it be that he is going to be facilitating the MTL, essentially, and all the stuff that's needed for it? So this is coinpayments.net, so let's have a little looky at coinpayments.net. I already jumped across to this page already, so let's have a look here. This is all about adding your coin and all that kind of thing. But coinpayments.net is basically a crypto gateway. As you can see, it is crypto payments made easy. Now, I'm speculating that this is something to do with the MTL. I guess the MTL itself is actually the transfer license. This is probably the API that will be used in the background of that. And from this, we can speculate what sort of fees we get in and that kind of thing. So that's what I'm going to do right now, basically. So, but remember, this is all speculation. This isn't guarantee of anything because this all might have changed, or they might be going down a completely different route, and this is just me waffling about nothing. So coinpayments.net is your thing. If you want to add your coin, now, incidentally, obviously, because he was an advisor, I'm guessing that they probably won't have to run through as many hoops like this, and also probably the payments, because they'll be moving so much volume of this kind of thing, then they probably won't have to pay the same amount, so therefore our fees might be less or whatever. But again, not 100% on that one. So, but let's have a look at the requirements first of all for being listed on the coinpayments.net platform. Essentially, first off, you need to be a fork or using the same RPC interface of the coin we currently support. Now, if you look at the currently supported coins, you can see that majority of them are Bitcoin and all that kind of thing. You've also got Ethereum coins. You've got, you know, some on their own networks, but the majority of them. I got excited there. I saw one that looked like Omi. It wasn't. It was Omni. It was Omni, so that's not the one, but still. But you see, Omi isn't listed there, incidentally, but neither is GoChain either. As you can see, GoChain is not listed, and neither is Omi. So could it be that they have to wait until they get on Ethereum? Could that be a reason that they're moving over to Ethereum as well, to facilitate this move a lot easier? You know, who knows? Maybe that was the plan all along. Maybe they started off on GoChain, wanting to move to Ethereum at a later date, or maybe they've just decided that at the last minute. I don't know. But either way, the point is that it doesn't seem that Go token is accepted by it. So we've got ETH tokens, you've got BEP20 and BEP2, Ripple, Waves tokens, Fiat. So there you go. So they have a Fiat gateway and all that kind of thing already in there. So it stands to reason that if they basically just took the API of this, added their coin in, then they could easily just import this into the app. I don't know all the details, I don't know how easy it would be, but you know. So let's have a look at the requirements. So that's the fork of it, first of all. Listed on an exchange with APIs, we need to pull the rates from somewhere. Obviously, if it's listed on the exchange with Ethereum, they're going to have to wait a little bit so that they can think. So this might be to turn Veve into the exchange, not actually to do just the MTL bit of it. So who knows on that one? We're going to have to, again, this is purely speculation, as I said. So just don't take any of this as gospel. What else we got? Pay an integration fee of 10,000. Is that 10,000? I think that's 10,000 for the first year. So $10,000 or euros in this case, I think that says. If you're an RC20, you require a separate account funded with 10 ETH as well. So, whoa, that's even more, isn't it? Is that 10,000 or is that's like 10,000.00. I'm pretty sure that's 10,000, even though there's another couple of zeros on there, but there's a dot in between. So, excuse me. And RC20 BEP20 tokens cannot be deflationary in the transfer function. So therefore, it can't be like, I guess, like SafeMoon, where you have to pay when you want to get rid of it. You have to submit an application and blah blah blah. So there you go. So most of those things they already will easily fall under when it comes to being on Immutable X. Anyway, they'll be on Ethereum. This will make this process a little bit easier. So like I said, maybe they're going to use this to make Veve the exchange, essentially, so that people can buy OMI easily without having to go through an exchange. And that's kind of I think the long run idea, from what I can gather from the AMAs when they've been talking about it. And I think that will really be a good thing. So you've got the Spotted Coin merchant tool, store directory, add your coin, obviously you can do that. And then if we look down here, there is actually a fees and pricing. There we go. That's the one I wanted to go to. So fees and pricing. So it tells you exactly what people are going to have to pay when they do the transfers, because I'm guessing that there's going to be a transfer fee. So that therefore, when you actually do your transfer, obviously the company who are the API, so in this case Coin Payments, would have to get paid, and then Ecomi would have to get paid some too as well, or maybe they will forgo that payment and just use it to pay the company, which is a possibility as well, because at the end of the day they make money from the other things as well, don't they, I guess. So let's have a look here. So incoming payments to you fund a wallet and all that kind of stuff. Then you've got what we got here, current coin TX withdrawal fee. So this is the thing we want to know about, really, isn't it? So if we were to look at the withdrawal fee, let's have a look here. Ethereum, let's have a look. So it'll be an Ethereum thing. So it's 0.004. So 0.004, yes, there you go. So it's $16.92 is what it is. So it will cost $16.92 just for that coin app company. Now, as I said, I don't know if they're definitely going to use this one, but he was an advisor, so it makes sense that they would do. So therefore, that will be a $16 fee to accept the coin, hopefully, to accept to OMI. So therefore, I wonder if this is going to be what it will be. Therefore, you know, they might add a little bit onto that, or they might take a little bit away, or they might have a different kind of payment system because of the fact that they were advised by them and they're not just, you know, a random thing. But I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. By the way, literally, this is just complete speculation. You know, it's way out there as to whether or not they're going to use this system. But the fact that the Ward Stewart guy was one of their advisors makes me think that it's going to be there. Whether or not it's already used in the app and I just didn't realise it, or whether or not this is what's going to be in the MTL, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know your views, and let me know what you think about the other NFTs and all that kind of stuff as well. But anyway, that's enough for me. I think MTL hopefully is going to be coming at the end of next week or the week after anyway, and hopefully there'll be an AMA as well at some point so that we can have a good old chat, because there was obviously the AMA with Taps Trades the other day, but it wasn't like a live one with people interacting. It was more him just saying some of the questions that people had said. So obviously if you didn't get in with a question, then you didn't get it answered. So you know, they normally are very transparent with everything they do anyway, so I'm looking forward to the next few weeks, because you know, I think we're going to have have a good November. I think crypto in November in general is supposed to be a good thing, and I think Ecomi and OMI will do the same for us as well. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today. You know, don't take this as financial advice or investment advice in any way, shape or form. Because as always, your crypto can go up and you can make loads of money, or it can go down and you can lose your shirt completely. But either way, that is essentially crypto. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye for now.